I'm just doing a quick daily outlook video for the daily candle confirmation strategy, and also a quick trade review for a trade I had that closed last week, as well as a couple that are still running. So this actually is both a daily candle confirmation potential trade and a trade that's still running. So I'll cover the aspects of the trade that's still running. So we placed a long gold about a week, if not longer ago, so on 3rd of Jan. So yeah, 10 days ago today. After it had a clear break in daily market structure. So now what we're wanting it to do is come up and take the highs up here. I've actually got my stop loss set just below, so in case it as I sometimes say, cock teaser does, and it's currently sitting at what 0.74%. Has come up to about that 1% target-ish so far, but we're holding for a little bit longer than that. So yeah, a little bit to go, but also potential daily candle confirmation trade. So if I get rid of my long tool for a second, we have the high put in place from Thursday, so as I said the other day in my trading session. So the wicks represent the low and the high of the day, with the body being the open and the close. So we can see for this Thursday candle here, opened up at 2660, had a low of day put in at 2655, had a high of day put in at 2678.5 pretty much, and then closed at 2669. With then Friday candle opened at where you can see a little bit of slippage, but opened at 2671, pushed up all the way to 2697, and closed at 2689. So what we're looking for price to do is to come down, test the high from Thursday, then have a reaction off that level, then come up and take the high from Friday. So you can see we had a decent pullback throughout the day. Again, you can see a little bit of slippage here where we opened at 2691 but closed at 2689. Yeah, we just fell a little bit short of that daily candle confirmation level. But what we do have now is a Asia low put in place. I don't know. So we got our Asia low that was put in place on this 1 a.m. candle. So we got Asia low sat just above the candle confirmation level. So what we'd need price to do really is come down and take the Asia low. And also really doing that in one fell swoop. We're going to then hit the candle confirmation level, then have a reaction on the 15-minute. So at that point, we jump down to the 15-minute time frame, wait for a reaction, and then look for an entry to come up and take the Friday high. Still a bit to go. It's not the least likely move in the world. It's bearish, somewhat bearish on the 1 hour now. You can see really it's just gone into a bunch of consolidation. So really, what I'm hoping for here rather, is something called, it's a inner cycle trader ICT term called accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So I won't get into details of it now, but essentially what that would look like, say we accumulate for a range like that, then you look for price to, put it on a little brush, you look for price to accumulate, have a manipulative move downwards to basically take out stop losses, and then have its distribution move upwards. So basically it manipulates in the direction that it won't go, and then distributes in the direction that price is going to go. Given how bullish gold is, I would be surprised if it's going to do that and then break downwards. It might have a bit of a retracement, but yeah, it doesn't really have that much of a need to, because they haven't left any gaps in fair value as we've gone along, and gaps in fair value are those fair value gaps that would look like this one here, where you've got one candle, middle candle, third candle, and that third candle doesn't come down and touch the level of the first candle. So that's where you leave a gap in fair value. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of all of this and go back to having my trade on. Because that's going to be necessary. And just move my Asia low. whatever. Fine. So yeah, that's gold. Then we have another potential trade on NCD USD. So again, daily candle confirmation level. Again, it's a similar sort of play to gold, to be fair. It pretty much came up and hit the daily candle confirmation level. It just came in touch with it, but not quite hit. Which then set the Asia high as well. So I still wouldn't get in this trade regardless because Asia high is still in place. So we got the Asia high put in place from 2 a.m. there. To be honest, it pretty much hit that daily CC level, but yeah, it would still need to come up and take Asia high anyway, which was put in place at 2 and 3 in that candle. So it's not a play until it does come up and take that. What we have seen the price do so far though is into 4. Okay, so we still got Asia lows put in place. So what price may do is come down, take Asia low, which is put in at this 4 a.m. candle, then reverse up, take Asia high, and then come up and take the Friday low. Price is pretty damn bearish at the minute, so I'm not necessarily waiting, holding my breath for that, but it is still valid until the Friday low is taken. Then similar play really with USD CHF. So USD CHF is clearly extremely bullish and has been for the last while. So we've got the daily candle confirmation level here, where I've got marked out. We've still got the Friday high intact. So the low from the high from Thursday, we've got the high from Friday intact. All we're looking is for price to come down, touch the high from Thursday, and have our reaction. Clearly, price hasn't really been doing a great deal in Asia session. We've got, again, a little bit of a consolidatory move, to be honest, since 4 p.m. On Friday. But, yeah, with price moving pretty much from open 9 ones. Yeah, price moving, about 17 pips, if that, over the course of the whole Asia session. So, got some way to go to hit that daily candle confirmation level, but we'll see. What else is it? And then there's a couple other things I'm looking at. The daily candle confirmation is gone, but there is a strategy I'm playing with at the minute, which I can go into more detail once I've got something set in stone for it. But it's using something called a third candle draw, which we can get into as and when the time is right. But I'll do the daily candle confirmation strategy first. But basically, when a swing low is put in, which happens when you've got 3 different candles, and the middle candle, the wick of it swings lower than the other 2. Then the third candle is basically expansive like this, and then we use that as like a pretty strong draw on price. So what I'm hoping for on USD CAD is for price to come down. It's a candle confirmation play as well, so looking for price to come down, touch the level from the middle candle where the swing low was put in place, and then react and come up to take the high there. So I've got that and a similar play really marked out on Euro USD. But yeah, they're not the main plays. Every other, all of the other things that I have marked out for daily candle confirmation, they've all taken the low from Friday already anyway. So nothing really on for that. And then a quick other trade review I've got from EUR CAD. So this was from, Christ, I think I placed this on Thursday. So it's a daily candle confirmation play from, I entered it on Thursday. So we had the candle confirmation level here put in place on Wednesday. So you can see on the Thursday candle, get rid of that for a second, we came up, tapped into the low from Tuesday, had our reaction. We closed below the low on Thursday, sorry. So the trade was still valid, and then just let it roll over into Friday. So if we just jump into this. So what we had Thursday. So we had Asia lows taken pretty early. So Asia highs would have been, for demonstrative purpose, would have been here. Then we came up into our daily candle confirmation level, which would have been here. took our Asia highs, then had our, so my entries there, if I set my replay tool for there, we had our 15 minutes, we had a 15-minute market structure shift, whereby we had a fair value gap put in place on this candle here, using those three as a basis. So we got the low from that candle, the high from that candle. Price didn't come up and test this range here, so we got a fair value gap put in place there. We had a low put in place that price had closed below that swing low. So the market structure shift is confirmed. Then you've got the 50% entry, which we get here. And then really, it was just a case of riding it out for the rest of the time. Let's make that 10 minutes, or let's make that 15 minutes. Make that now. So price did go against us for a little bit, but then we had some news. But the benefit with the daily candle confirmation strategy is you can hold through news. So we had some news, but Tracy cleared it out and helps us quite a lot. So yeah, that was the trade from last week that I hadn't done a review on yet. But cool. And that is everything. So yeah, got a couple of trades looking at on candle confirmation. So we've got USD CHF, NZD USD, and gold. Actually, gold, to be fair, starting to make a bit of a move south. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on how it goes. Cheers. Have a good one.